Inside you is an empire waiting for a master, not someday, not if fortune smiles, not if the stars align. Right now, this very breath. There is a mind inside you capable of summoning cities from the dust, of bending the flow of wealth as easily as a river is guided by a patient hand. But that empire remains locked behind a gate sealed not by iron or stone, but by thought. It is not the world that keeps you from it. It is not your circumstances, not your upbringing, not the opinions of the crowds. It is only one thing: the beliefs you choose to hold, the small beliefs, the timid beliefs, the beliefs you inherited without questioning. If you would build the life you dream of, the life you know deep in your soul you were born to live, you must first seize the master key. You must unlock the millionaire mindset. Not because wealth is the goal, but because mastery is. Mastery over fear, mastery over doubt. Mastery over every small voice that ever whispered, "Stay small," into your mind. Money is not the prize. It is the byproduct, the natural, inevitable harvest of a mind that refuses to bow to mediocrity. There is no shortage of money in this world. There is no shortage of opportunity or greatness or open roads. There is only a shortage of minds willing to rise and rule themselves. And you are here because you are willing. You are here because something in you refuses to die in the dust when you were born to carve your name across the mountains. You are here because the empire inside you is no longer willing to sleep. It demands a king. It demands a queen. It demands a master. And today, if you dare, you will begin the unlocking. The millionaire mindset is not built in the sunlight. It is built in the forges of self-conquest, in the silent battles no one sees, in the relentless hammering of thought upon thought until the weak are shattered and the strong are forged. It is built when you decide that excuses are no longer a language you speak. It is built when you starve the urge to blame and feed only the discipline to build. It is built when you understand with every breath, every heartbeat, every cell that your life is not happening to you. It is happening through you. You are not a passenger. You are the architect, the builder, the storm that shapes the shorelines of your destiny. And the first blueprint of wealth is written not in strategies, not in tactics, not even in effort, but in thought. Thought is the chisel. Thought is the sword. Thought is the architect's quill that sketches the outline of empires. And so thought must be mastered. You must refuse the lazy thought, the fearful thought, the bitter thought, the thought that says, "Not for me," the thought that says, "Maybe later," the thought that says, "It's too hard." Every time such a thought knocks at your door, you must meet it with the full force of a sovereign mind. You have no dominion here. Because wealth does not begin with money. It begins with identity. And the man who sees himself as the master of circumstance will shape circumstance to his will. The man who sees himself as a victim will be chained forever, not by the world, but by his own acceptance of chains. Your first act of unlocking the millionaire mind is not to chase opportunity. It is to shatter the mirror that shows you smallness. It is to carve a new image into your own reflection, the image of one who creates, the image of one who commands, the image of one who deserves. Because wealth does not respond to desperation. It responds to expectation. You must expect greatness from yourself. You must demand it. You must believe not as a timid hope, but as a thunderous certainty. It is already mine because I was built to create it. And then, only then, will the world begin to rearrange itself to match the new king you have crowned inside your own mind. Most never become wealthy because they believe in the myths of scarcity. They believe there is not enough money, not enough opportunity, not enough favor from fate. They look around at the glittering cities, the towers of commerce, the rivers of trade, and somehow still think the world has run out of room. This is not ignorance, it is blindness, a blindness of the soul. Because the truth is this: the wealth of the world is infinite. It flows where belief commands it to flow. It pools where vision builds channels for it to rush into. It blossoms where minds dare to plant new seeds. The millionaire mindset is the mind that sees plenty where others see limits. The mind that sees roads where others see walls. The mind that sees opportunity dancing even when the storms of chaos rage across the earth. You must now, ruthlessly, unapologetically, abandon the thinking of scarcity. You must tear it from your mind as a surgeon tears out a cancer. Because scarcity thinking is not caution. It is betrayal. Betrayal of the empire inside you. Betrayal of the future you were destined to build. The world you seek will not be given to you. It will be unlocked by the new mind you forge. The mind that refuses to see limits. The mind that walks into empty fields and sees cities. The mind that walks into silence and hears the roar of opportunity. This is the mind you are now building. This is the mind that turns thought into gold. This is the mind that millions fear to build, and the mind that millions secretly long to follow. There is a moment in every life, an invisible moment, often silent and unseen, where a man either rises to claim his crown or surrenders it forever. That moment is not when wealth appears. It is not when the bank account swells or the mansion is built. It is when the mind crosses a line from hope into certainty. When you no longer ask, "Can I?" When you no longer whisper, "Is it possible?" When you stand up fully, finally, and declare, "It is mine because I have decided it must be." Not because the world clapped for you, not because the crowds approved, not because circumstances were easy, but because your mind made it law. The millionaire mindset is born in this fierce decision. A decision made not once, but daily, hourly, breath by breath, until it saturates your being so completely that doubt finds no crack through which to slither. The world bends to the will of those who refuse to kneel to doubt. The world yields its treasures to those who walk as if they already own them. This is not arrogance. It is divine alignment. It is understanding that the universe itself is built to reward the mind that dares to command rather than beg. You must now become the ruler of your own reality. Not by waiting, not by wishing, but by becoming. Because wealth is not pursued, it is magnetized by identity. You do not chase fortune. You radiate it. You do not chase influence. You embody it. You do not chase abundance. You become the fountain from which abundance flows. And the first kingdom you must conquer is the one between your ears. The millionaire mindset is the mind that kneels before nothing and causes the world itself to kneel in response. But beware, for no crown is seized without battle. The old guards of your mind, fear, comfort, hesitation, they will not abdicate their thrones willingly. They will rise in rebellion. They will whisper of the dangers of ambition. They will sing the lullabies of comfort in the midnight hours when your dreams burn hottest. They will cloak themselves in the wisdom of caution. They will masquerade as protectors, as friends, as loyal advisors. They will tell you to slow down, to think smaller, to stay where it's safe, and if you listen, even for a heartbeat. They will shackle you once more to the life you vowed to leave behind. Understand, the battle is not out there. The battlefield is within. The enemies are not strangers on the horizon. The enemies are the old beliefs lurking in the shadows of your mind, waiting for a moment of weakness to reclaim the throne. And so you must declare total war. You must uproot the weeds of doubt with ruthless hands. You must demolish the fortresses of small thinking with thunderous blows. You must take no prisoners and offer no truce, accept no compromise. This is a revolution, not a negotiation. You must become merciless in defending your vision, merciless in guarding your belief, merciless in the pursuit of the mind that will not be denied, because the wealth you seek is already yours, if you dare to become the man who can hold it. The mansion exists, waiting for your name. The freedom exists, waiting for your command. The impact, the influence, the destiny, they exist, waiting for the ruler bold enough to seize them. The millionaire mind does not knock politely. It storms the gates. It breaks down the doors of smallness. It rips the crown from the grip of fear and places it upon its own head. And once crowned, it does not apologize. It does not explain. It does not ask for validation. It simply rules. You must now decide, Will you continue to negotiate with the old self, or will you overthrow it completely? Will you continue to bow to the fears that have ruled you like tyrants, or will you rise and rule yourself? The millionaire mind is not a matter of fate. It is a matter of decision. One decision, made once, made forever. The decision that says, no more retreat, no more waiting, no more asking for permission to live the life I was born to create. Because destiny is not inherited. It is seized. And the gates of fortune swing open only to those whose minds no longer entertain defeat. You must now become such a mind. You must now crown yourself, not with arrogance, but with unshakable certainty. And once crowned, you must walk like a king. You must think like a king. You must act like a king, because the mind you build today is the empire you will rule tomorrow. There will come a moment, perhaps today, perhaps tomorrow, when the enemy within will launch its fiercest assault. It will come when you are weary, when the goal still seems distant, when the world offers you 1,000 easy roads back to mediocrity. It will whisper, you've done enough. It will murmur, you deserve to rest. It will sing the seductive songs of surrender. And in that moment, everything will hinge on one choice. Will you step back into the small life you have outgrown, or will you press forward, bloodied, breathless, but unbroken, toward the throne that awaits you? This is where kings are forged. Not in the easy days, not in the days of applause and sunshine, but in the trenches of isolation, in the crucible of persistence, in the agony of growth that few are willing to endure. The millionaire mind is not built by comfort. It is built by fire. It is built by the man who rises one more time than he falls. It is built by the woman who dares to believe one more time than she is betrayed. It is built by those who plant their flag in the soil of their own souls and swear allegiance to their future, no matter how fierce the storm. This is not theory. This is law. And if you obey it, the world will have no choice but to obey you. Walk forward now, not as who you were, but as who you have become. No longer the beggar at the gates of fortune, no longer the wanderer hoping for a break, no longer the captive of old fears and borrowed doubts. You are the ruler now. You are the architect of abundance. You are the sovereign master of your destiny. And you will walk as such. Your thoughts will not be timid. They will be declarations. Your actions will not be hesitant. They will be commands. Your vision will not be fragile. It will be a storm, sweeping away the old and carving the new. You will not ask the world for opportunity. You will summon it. You will not wait for success. You will forge it. You will not chase wealth. You will embody it until it follows you as surely as the shadow follows the flame. Because now, finally, you understand the oldest and truest secret. The millionaire mindset was never about money. It was about mastery. Mastery over the mind. Mastery over belief. Mastery over destiny itself. And you have begun the unlocking. Every thought you think from this moment forward, every decision you make, and every step you take will either tighten your grip on the crown or loosen it. Choose wisely. Choose fiercely. Choose relentlessly. The throne of your empire stands empty, waiting for the one who dares to believe they belong upon it. Let that one be you. Let this be the day they remember. The day the gates of your mind burst open, the day the chains of smallness shattered, the day the millionaire within rose, roared, and ruled without apology. Not someday, now, not if, when, not maybe. Absolutely. The key is already in your hand. The gates are already before you. Turn it. Push them open. Step into the empire that has been waiting for you since the first fire of greatness stirred in your soul. Unlock the millionaire mindset, and the world itself will kneel to the force you have become.